An update for you guys. So added more to the world map here. Basically added more for the AI. So now it'll loop through like each land piece here. So then it'll figure out whether it needs to attack or if there's an enemy nearby or to move into like an empty territory. So there's a lot more AI, so it can actually be like a full simulation strategy war game that you have with the world map here. I thought it might be kind of interesting just to kind of show how I coded some of this, or at least like the land pieces and how they're all connected and everything. So I have this land class here, and what I do is basically for each one I create specific info for each land piece. So like this is like the US piece, this is the ocean piece, like right here the blue one's US 1, this is ocean 1, etc. And it's, I think there's about there's like 15 pieces right now. And basically on each one you set who it's owned by. So when you're determining whether you can attack someone, you can't have like US attacking the UK because they're on the same side. But you could have France attack Germany and vice versa. So that's what the owned by ID is, and that's just like an int. Next is like the default soldiers, or other military or other artillery or tanks. And right now I just have it like set for soldiers. Here, let me just start it and show off the starting units. Okay. So if I go to the world map, you can see like US has 12 soldiers, Germany has 10, France has 5, Russia has 13, Japan has 6. And I actually try to do this based off of like what were the total numbers that each country had in World War II. So I'm trying to base it off of like somewhat realistic as I can with the 3 different unit types. Obviously right now I just have the soldier set, but I do plan on adding artilleries and tanks for the default. But anyways, let me go back to the code. And basically, in order for the AI to know and for the player to know when you're clicking to move and attack that this blue square is next to the ocean square, there's an array of next to IDs. So it has an array of everything it's next to. So like France would have this one, this ocean, Germany, and Italy would be next to it. So then anytime it basically loops through everything that it's next to. Like look, I could show you for France. Let me find it. So France, I set owned by ID to 3, which is France's ID, and basically it has this next to IDs array, and it has the 4 options. These are the 2 oceans, IDs 2 and 6, or well, okay, I guess ID 6 is Italy, ID 2 is Germany, ID 4 is Ocean 2, which is the one right above it, and then Ocean 1 is the one to the left of it, and that's ID 2. So if we go up, oh wait, what am I looking at? France, oh no, that was Italy, sorry. It's ID 1, and yep, that is Ocean 1. So that's basically how it's connected. And I guess just to go a little bit into the, this is like the main, game script that's kind of running everything. I decided to go with the class for the land pieces just because I knew there would be, it'd be easier to create an array of land pieces, and just each time, a turn happens, I can just loop through, where is it? Yeah, right here. I can just loop through all the land pieces. So this is called each time, each month when the AI movement needs to happen. This is called, and it loops through all the main capitals first, and then it adds a soldier, and it does the attack algorithm, the movement / attack algorithm for each one, and then it comes down and it finally loops through all the land pieces array, which is an array of the land JS classes, and it loops through every other piece that's not a capital, so it doesn't add soldiers, and it does a check to make sure it's not a capital because we already moved them up here. And And there's also like a slight delay between each movement, so you can so it doesn't like all happen immediately at once, and you can actually see like the different attacks happening. You know, on the map, you can actually see the different attacks. I'll show that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, essentially, like the attack algorithm, like if it's next to a piece of land where there's nothing there and no one owns it, which is -1, if no one owns it, that would be like an ocean piece, like any of these gray pieces right here. You know, the AI will move in, but then also if there's enemy units, hold on, let me, yeah, no, it is this one. If there's enemy units and if the units are greater than the enemy's land units, then they'll attack. Otherwise, they'll just do nothing, and it'll move on to the next land piece to figure out what they'll do. I plan on adding a bit more to it and improving on it. Right now, it's just like very basic, but as far as I've tested it a few times, and it does seem to work. But right now, it kind of happens too quickly. Like you can kind of take over the map in like 6 or 12 turns. So I need to like add more to it so it doesn't happen as quickly. Like right now, I can go in and show you, and I kind of do have an idea of what I would do next. But yeah, so right now the world map, you can buy soldiers, but you can't like move people when it's not, you know, the world map strategy phase, which is at the start of every month. You're allowed to attack and move troops. So like in a few days here. Okay, so see, right now, like, I can't clip, but the AI is going through and doing their attacks. So, like, you saw UK take over the ocean piece, Russia took out Germany, Germany took out France, Japan took this ocean piece, and so now it's the player's turn, so you can move. I think I'm actually going to have it so the player moves first, just because if the player moves first, then you don't get a chance to react to their movements, and you would have less troops, but anyways, right now you move second, and yeah, what I plan on doing is like right now, like if I were to attack Germany, and I mean I can't since I already moved, I can't like, you know, attack again. But if I did, like, I would lose 5 soldiers and they would lose all their units, because right now it does 100%. It just, how many soldiers you have is how much attack you have. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say like, okay, soldiers have a 50% chance of hitting, so it'll do it'll do 13 dice rolls with a 50% random chance of hitting. So it won't be necessarily 1-to-1. You're just gonna, you know, there'll be a little bit of chance involved in each attack, and I think that'll increase the length of the game and also make it different each time you play, so it's not always the same exact, you know, kind of map setup. Yeah, anyways, that's what I have for right now. What I plan on doing next is just really, you know, any bugs that I find with the map to fix those, and work on more of the artillery and tank stuff, and then also, of course, actually making, or, you know, yeah, making a map that's not just a bunch of squares and that actually looks like a world map. That's probably coming up soon. And just, you know, adding more balance so it's fun, and adding like the random AI stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching.